Appreciate you all being here at the Voice of College Football, tracking Penn State football today. We got Marty Leap here from Penn State Rivals. Please check out Marty's work, as we will have his information there on the banner soon. Marty, good to see you.
Good to see you, Mark. Always enjoy being on.
All right. This one was brought to my attention sometime on Wednesday concerning Penn State head football coach James Franklin. This hasn't really blown up to be like this huge national story at this point, but I'm sure depending on how it turns, it has the possibility. So, facing allegations from a former team doctor that he meddled in the medical decisions of the program's doctors and trainers. One of those involved someone who had suicidal type tendencies, and others just involved maybe some key impact type players that could or could not be determined to be ready for the next day's game during meetings that were typically held on Fridays, from what I understand.
Yeah, I mean, this is something that's kind of been going on for a few years now. I don't know if people remember. I think it was 2 summers ago, I want to say 2 or 3, Isaiah Humphries, a former safety, who came out and accused Micah Parsons basically of hazing and bullying people in the locker room. And it was very quickly dismissed as nonsense, pretty much. A lot of this kind of stems back to that because some of the former team doctors and medical staff, which is what you're seeing here, who have kind of been out for a buck ever since they were let go by Franklin and the university, who they have appeared in court before. James Franklin's name has since been dropped as a defendant because nothing was ever found that he'd ever done wrong. And a lot of it seems to kind of still be stemming from that, where, they went after the football program, they went after James Franklin, nothing came of it. And now it seems that they're trying to go after the university's like health system. So, I mean, I don't expect anything really to come of this. And especially it's twofold. One, Penn State fans get extremely frustrated sometimes with how conservative and cautious they have been with injured players. I mean, obviously every program in the country, you have that kind of push and pull between player and coach and medical staff. And, coach and player are going to want the kid to play, even if the medical staff is saying no sometimes. Like, this happens everywhere. But Penn State has been very, very, very cautious with these things. And 2, even Penn State fans who may not like James Franklin, the game day coach, would be the first person to tell you that the family first motto that he builds his program on is not just a show. That truly is who he is, which I think just makes it even harder to believe that he would ever do anything that was potentially putting his players at risk. So yeah, and I know one thing that I expect to come up in this, whatever happens with court hearings and testifying or whatever, is, they mentioned the pushing for the player to be taken off scholarship. That doesn't happen. If you have medical issues and you're unable to play, you still retain your scholarship anyway. So that's just not how Penn State does things. So I expect this to kind of blow over and be nothing. It's one of those things. Hey, it's late May. People are just looking for content at this point. And like you said, this hasn't really kind of caught on nationally anywhere anyhow.
Is there a next step in this process?
I'm not 100% certain when the next step is. From my understanding, from everything I've read and been able to gather, there will be some sort of, I don't know if it's going to be court hearing, testifying, whatever it is, between this doctor and the Penn State health team, basically. I don't expect anything, again, I don't expect anything really to come of that other than for whoever's there on the university side to present their information. And again, for probably to go nowhere, but I'm not sure when that may be. But again, I don't really expect anything major to come of this.